How you been?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
better than you, yeah.
If
I'm awful though.
you're going through it, just think, at least I'm not Becca.
Right, exactly. Um no, yeah, I'm one thing away from being fully over the edge, so I can't even
Okay.
fucking imagine like I was telling you where I'm at. Like one semi-serious to serious thing happens. That's it.
That's it.
I'm done. So like God bless you.
Yeah.
You've had to endure so much.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Are
I
you like a
tell,
saint or something?
you know, I have the thought, and I'm like, I've never broken any bones. But other than that, I've been through some pretty horrible pain
Mm-hmm.
in my life. There was one time I strained my neck when I was younger. Don't know how it happened. Was bedridden for 2 days. Another time I fell on my back when I was younger. Um, I was bedridden for 2 days. And then another time I fell out of the car. That could have been worse. Um, I had pneumonia, mono, pretty shitty stuff. I had a lot of stomach issues. More times I was bedridden for stomach issues. Um, and I'm like, the other day I had a thought. Somebody, I don't know how it came up. Somebody talked about how maybe they asked me if I had ever been unsure if there was a God. And I sat and thought about it. And I was like, not once in my life can I think of a single time that I've ever denied that there is a God. I've never once even really questioned, like, are you real? Are you there? You know, I've had thoughts like, okay, what is God? How does this happen? What are the other possibilities? Is this, real? But I've never really doubted. I've never doubted his existence. I've had shit following me around since I was a baby, so there's no way for me to deny a higher power. But
Realms is beyond sight,
yeah,
stuff like that.
exactly.
Yeah, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I feel like even everything I'm going through right now, the other day I sat down to pray, and I always start with something I'm grateful for.
Ooh.
I sat down, I kid you not, I could not think of a single thing I was grateful for. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, my job, my dog. There's always something, but that was a moment I was like, damn. But today I'm like, fuck it. I had a good day. It was rad. I'm probably going to go to the gym later. And I don't feel like I want to die.
Great.
I know. I feel like I could, knock on wood, I don't want to, but I could be hit with so much more and I would be okay.
That's good. Yeah, you're strong.
Yeah.
And the worst is behind you.
Yeah. I hope.
It is.
I'm like, okay, I'll believe that.
No, it is. It is. It is. I mean, overall, you're going to be okay and stuff. And this is stuff that happens to so many people.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't know, but it's something that happens to so many people. And
Yeah.
I'm sure it was so fucking dark, so painful, but
Questioning my existence, my
Questioning-
own existence.
yeah. Like, why?
Fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like a week ago, I was having a conversation with someone telling them how I'm a lost cause. There's no point in anybody trying to help me or fix me because it's pointless. I am so worthless of a human being. It's like not even worth it. I should just dispose and it wouldn't even matter.
Ouch.
That's how I felt a week ago.
That was before you got sick?
Yeah, that was before I got sick.
Wow. Holy shit. So maybe I am wrong, or you're just stronger than I am. Because that's where I am. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why? Like, what is...
Yeah. Why am I here?
Right, exactly. I was telling
Yep.
my friend I was getting drunk in Hollywood with my actor friend. And we were watching Jeepers Creepers on his little TV, and he was drinking. I had stopped just to soften the hangover for the next day.
Yeah.
At that point, I
Fair.
had stopped for like an hour and a half. He kept it going, and and I was saying like this whole living thing. If you zoom out far enough, it's so fucking meaningless. If you look at a timeline, like a timeline large enough, it's so fucking meaningless. If you zoom out, it's so fucking meaningless. And he was like, yeah, but I don't really buy into that nihilistic shit. It's like the moment that you're in right now is everything. What you're experiencing right now in the moment, what you're taking in right now in the moment is everything. You can go into your head and entertain all of those ideas and thoughts and concepts, but at the end of the day, you're here, and this is everything.
Yeah. It's true. I've read this poem, and I've also written about it, but how I'm never present in the moment because I'm thinking about my past and my future, everything but what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not even here right now. Like, you know. But it's how do you get out of that? You know? How do you get yourself to stop hating yourself every minute of every day?
Good question.
How is that done?
If you could find the answer for it, you'd be very rich.
Yeah, I'd be in a very different place.
Yeah. You could figure out how to get everybody to not hate themselves all of the time. You would have a nice house.
Seriously. I'd pay money.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's weird though. We spend so much of our time, so much of our existence, because everything's taken care of outside of getting your work and stuff. You have the box that you sit and sleep in, and it's got AC, and the food is in the cupboard and the refrigerator, and what's left is kind of just you and your mind, and where you decide to go with that occupies so much time because everything is taken care of.
Yeah.
We don't have to go into the woods and hunt Cyber-2s with spears.
Yeah. Go to Walmart.
Fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and then it just becomes a battle with yourself.
Huh.
Then
Yeah.
now we lose most of the time.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. That's a battle we usually lose.
Yeah.
But it's just you versus you.
That really sucks because when all you have is yourself, but who you are is broken. It's pretty toxic relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it sucks for people who have personality disorders. I mean, what do? You don't even know who you are a lot of the time. And those are just the cards you were dealt.
Yeah.
Whether genetics and or environment, mostly environment, I feel like, but
Genetics. Yeah, I mean, fuck. There's people that are just ugly as fuck. And that would suck. That would suck to go life.
I
Go
think
through
about that
life
a
just
lot.
being really ugly.
I think about that a lot. Yeah. Like it's just
But there could be good things that come with that. I guess you have to develop a personality. You can't just ride good looks.
I know, like people, girls, specifically like Madison Beer, Megan Fox, when you hear them talk, it's like there's nothing there. There's no personality whatsoever.
Yeah.
But when you don't have that, you need other stuff to get attention.
Right.
You have to
be
use
funny or something, you know? Yeah, because these girls the girls that you brought up they're like sex dolls that someone put a chip in that allows it to speak and say sentences.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Basically. Might as well be.
So yeah, if you're ugly as fuck, it's still good things can come from that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool if you're like funny and pretty.
Oh my God, yeah, but that doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah. Or like not crazy.
Mm-hmm. And pretty.
Yeah.
Not crazy and pretty.
Yeah, that's where I'm crazy.
You're crazy.
But not in like the, you know. I don't know why it's fetishized, but it's like genuinely. I'm bad at relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it that way.
Because you're crazy.
Yeah. Mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ugly girls are fucking crazy. I think that's a girl thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that ugly girls are saner than pretty girls.
Yeah, that's fair. Very fair.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. It's like any girl that I've had the time to really know has a crazy side.
Mm.
And triggers, and they'll go into just irrational, you know, how do you even say it? That they create this world in their mind that doesn't really exist, and it's so real to them, and then you have to like kind of bring them back.
Interesting.
Bring them back to the world, but they're so caught in this world that they created in their mind. They all do it.
Yeah,
all of you do it.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, true.
And men do it too, but that's not our shit. Our shit is just we fucking get pissed off.
Mm-hmm. Mad.
Yeah, we just get angry.
Yeah.
And those are the stereotypes. The girl's crazy, the guy's mad. Which is it's true.
Fortunately, I got both.
You're angry and you're fucking crazy.
That sucks.
Yeah, how unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't know how one controls anger.
You just fucking go on a 7-mile jog. And I was with my ex-girl, or however you're supposed to say it. Gray area bullshit. And we fought the first night I was there over some stupid petty bullshit. Just stupid. And I fed into it, and then we were both fucking going at each other. And then the second night I went on a 7-mile jog, and then and then she started fucking sparking something like off just pettier shit. And this time I just laid there. And then like she went off, and then she's like fucking raising her voice, and then like she's fucking going at me, and I'm like there like this. And just matching no energy. No, I'm not giving it anything. And that even fucking pissed her off even more. She's like, so she fucking raises it another notch or two levels, and then she starts going like off because I'm not giving it anything.
That's crazy.
And I'm still not giving it anything. And it got to the point where I'm laying there, I'm sitting in the bed like this. And she's on the floor on her knees, pounding the ground and screaming.
Relatable.
Relatable. I don't know if she was screaming. No, she was screaming. More or less screaming and like whimpering on her knees, hammering the floor.
See, I feel like I would do that a lot. And one of my previous relationships, I would have to de-escalate every situation by not giving the energy, not putting that energy because it's not worth it. And over a period of time, I lost patience for everyone else because I used all my patience to keep things calm and constantly like put the fire out. And fuck. I had another thought. Oh, and then eventually after time, like I wouldn't be able to anymore and I would fucking explode.
Yeah. You're
And
bottling stuff.
yeah, I have been bottling stuff. But it was the only effective way to stop the fighting. At least it worked though.
As long as it worked.
Yeah. Well, it worked to de-escalate. He didn't get on his knees and pound the fucking floor or anything.
While screaming.
Yeah. While screaming.
Yeah, I mean, the girl that I'm talking about, her Venus is in Aries. So her love sign is in the war sign.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That is the worst shit.
That is funny.
So bad. It's like there's a correlation.
Yeah.
You know, like it comes with the war.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
That's how she speaks.
Yeah, that's her fucking, that's what's going on.
Oh, damn. I don't know what mine's in. I have my birth chart, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think mine's in Capricorn, which is just like
that's funny.
removed. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Distant.
Yeah, distant, withdrawn, which is about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Right. And that's where I want to be honest with you. I don't want it to be in war.
Do wonder what mine's in.
Yeah.
That's funny. I can see that.
Is yours like Pisces a lot? Like Pisces dominant, or is there a bunch of shit everywhere?
I would think Pisces maybe, but it could be like fucking Gemini.
Because our moons are Gemini,
Yeah.
which is not good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, both of our moons are Gemini.
No, having a Gemini moon. I'm already a Pisces.
Yeah, that's a fucking
That's
bad
enough.
combo. That's a handful.
I am.
That's a handful for sure.
I am, yeah. That's funny. And Taurus ascendant.
Okay.
I don't really like Taurus.
Yeah. I don't know too many. I've had okay experiences with Taurus.
They pretty much piss me off.
Really?
Yeah. Annoying.
Your father.
Yeah, being one of them. They care so much about their money.
Yeah, yeah. And gain and fucking, what's her name? Fuck. Heard. What the fuck's her first name? Amber?
Amber Heard.
Yeah, she's a Taurus.
Ew.
And she was like psychotic too, and that came out in the court too, that she was like a psychotic social climber and just was obsessed with getting into the spotlight, getting into the movies and the money, and so very, very Taurus
Yeah.
stuff.
Very Taurus.
Pooped in the bed. I don't know if that's Taurus or not.
Yeah, I don't get along with them. Yeah, that sounds pretty wild.
Yeah, I haven't experienced too many, but being a Capricorn sun and the Gemini moon, I'm just like extremely fucking removed.
Yeah.
Like just not passionate and just completely like, okay, okay, you're going to scream, you're going to pound the ground. Okay. You know?
Yeah.
All right, that's what we're doing.
That's so funny. I can totally see that. So accurate.
I'm not a passionate lover at all.
That's so funny because just my son being Pisces, I'm so different. I'm so clingy, so obsessed, so attached. but I get fucking mad just the same with the same amount of passion and intensity. So
Yeah.
I fight back. I try not to. It's like I want to be heard. I want all my feelings to be heard. So if they're not being heard, I'll scream it till you fucking hear it.
Oh my God.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. That's something the girl that I'm talking about said recently in one of the fights is like, I'm not feeling heard. And then it becomes, again, this overwhelming feeling when that happens. And I lash out. You're like, you're not being heard. Like that's only women is like, a guy doesn't say that. I don't feel heard.
I know. And I've even had the thought where I'm like, I'm tired of crying and screaming and begging to be heard. If you don't want to hear me, don't hear me. I don't give a fuck. You know? But no, but also men don't communicate for shit. So they're probably not even saying anything to be heard to begin with.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Who knows?
Yeah. Just close off and just bury.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend yesterday and he's like, dude, who do you call like when you're going through something? Like what, like who do you call and to talk through stuff? And I'm like, I don't. I just bury it. There is no phone call.
There's nothing happening.
No, just nothing. Like it's happening and I'm upset or I'm depressed. And then I'm like, okay, well, eventually I'm not going to be. So let's just fucking wait this out. And then it goes away. Eventually.
Yeah.
It's toxic, I guess.
I was just about to say, that's not such a bad way.
No bad way to handle things.
Yeah. I don't know. Sounds fine to me. Yeah, not healthy, probably.
Probably not, yeah. Because it was one of the recent times where shit was going bad. Like things from I was telling you that, like just obscure things that I had forgotten about from 15 years old, 14 years old, 13, 16 were just bubbling up and surfacing in my mind. And I was like, oh, like, fuck. Like,
what's this?
Yeah, like what? Okay, so these things were never resolved. And then I'm still doing that. So I'm going to be like 40 and then the things in my 20s and 30s are going to surface with the fucking 13-year-old shit. And it's like, eventually I'm just going to be like a fucking serial killer.
Interesting you say that. Yeah. And also, that's where a midlife crisis comes from. It's exactly where. It's like, I can't pretend to be a kid anymore and not deal with my own shit. Even though you're 50 fucking years old.
Yeah, 45.
Like
50.
you haven't already gone through most of your life.
Right.
But yeah, that's where that shit comes from. Never dealing with your shit. And all of a sudden it hits you. I mean, I look at my parents and it's like I never knew you even had any issues until you start getting addicted to something in your 40s or whatever.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, how the fuck does that happen?
Yeah.
You know?
It's unusual.
Yeah.
For someone to start an addiction at 45.
That late. Yeah. But people do that. And people go and buy sports cars and they'll go and do whatever because they can't deal with the fact that they haven't coped with a single fucking thing in their disaster of a life, that they don't know what the fuck to do other than cope with buying shit, going out, doing shit, hooking up with a 20-year-old. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Short-term pleasures.
Yeah.
To get, but that only works for the short term.
Yeah.
And then you still are who the fuck you are, and who you are is basically a fucking problem.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah. Period. And all the stuff is still there. You're just more depleted and you're losing the fucking color in your skin. but you're still the thing that you're escaping from.
And then you may or may not become the very thing that happened to you or whatever. The abused often become future abusers.
Yes, and I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he made this comparison that kind of fucked me up. He compared it to vampires. The vampire seduces you and gets you in the corner and bites you on the neck, and then you are forever changed, and now you are going to become the vampire.
Interesting.
Right?
Like you have to?
Yeah, like you got bit by the vampire, and now you were going to become the vampire, and you have no choice in it at that point.
Huh.
Like the children that are sexually abused are usually the ones that become the adults that are sexually abusing the children.
Yeah.
They were bit. They got bit by the vampire, and now they are the vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people try to heal the bite. I know people who obviously have been abused who don't become abusers. But yeah, more often than not, if you are such an abuser, you have probably been abused in some way.
Yeah. Like there's people that slip through, and God bless them. But if you look at the people that do it, it's people that had it done to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, it's not everybody that's abused becomes the abuser.
Yeah, if they get help.
Yeah, if they get help or do other stuff, I don't know. I mean, some people aren't genetically predisposed to, and they can override it, and they can live a regular life.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though that shit happened to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, where are you at in life? Like, where do you...
It's a loaded question.
Where do you see yourself in like 3 years from now?
Hopefully married.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you just...
I should be.
Yeah, you can. You can.
I don't see why not.
you can, but it's just... That's fucking tough because you find somebody and he maybe becomes infatuated with you and just loves you the way you want to be loved, but maybe he has some red flags, and you have to kind of come to that moment of accepting the negative and dark side of the person for life and forfeiting the ability to find someone better. Like coming to that is like fucking gnarly. I can't do it.
Forever.
I can't look beyond the dark side of somebody and just accept that forever.
I know. I'm like, ugh. I don't know if anyone's ever going to be able to live up to my expectation.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing. I think that you can do it in 3 years, but it's just, can you get yourself to, accept the person for life?
Yeah.
For life is a long time.
Yeah. I know. I was in a 3-year relationship that ended.
Yeah.
How long am I supposed to date before I know they're the one to marry? So stupid. Mormons do it in 3 fucking months, but I'd kind of rather not.
Yeah, but I see that, and it doesn't seem like it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Like, for instance, I guess I don't say name. It doesn't matter if I say fucking name or not, but one of my brothers, his name rhymes with Wake. He married somebody in 3 months.
Damn.
He knew Julia for 3 months and decided to sign a contract involving the government.
That was confusing, not gonna lie.
And me personally, I was fine with Julia. I was cool with she seemed fine and nice, and she didn't it was okay. Like, it was like, all right, I mean, you could do better, but
I think
but
they all.
it's fine. But it's fine. Fast forward to after the marriage, and the 2 times I've hung out with her, just little things, something small come up, and she just gets triggered, and like she becomes so emotional in the conversation that, one, everything is awkward after that, and 2, she never fully gets over it. You could see it in her body language that she completely withdraws herself, or she's no longer really present in what's going on, just because she became so triggered. And the last time it was Kanye West stalking Kim Kardashian. I thought it was hilarious.
That is funny. I think it's funny.
I brought up that, like, him getting the house across the street and the Pete Davidson stuff, and him like going off on Pete Davidson and at like 3 o'clock in the morning and being like, okay, that's the last one about Pete Davidson. Maybe. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That is funny. Yeah.
Maybe. That's the last one for the night. Maybe.
Gotta love Kanye.
Yeah, so, and I like bring up the fact that, like, it's funny, and she went like 0 to 100 in half a second. It was,
No way.
she was visibly shaking.
For what?
Because she was like, oh, so you think that it's okay for men to do that to women, and for do you think that's fine? Like, you're just gonna, you laugh at that? And I'm like, and she's coming at me so hard that, like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And I'm trying to walk it back. And I never can, because you can't do that with someone's emotional.
Yeah.
Even if I say all the perfect words, it doesn't matter, because she's shaking.
Yeah. Over Kanye.
And then she was
No.
and I was like trying to tell her, like, yo, I view this whole thing like it's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the stuff on Twitter, the stuff that, you know, the outlets pick up, and, you know, the things that, like, I view it all as a reality show. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't view it as real. I don't become invested in it, and you know, it's not serious to me. None of it's. And I was trying to, that was my angle. But I wish I would have brought up the fact that her mother orchestrated a video of her daughter being fucked by a rapper and used it for fame and money. Now, if we're talking about how behavior affects society.
Period.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's all bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get worked up about it, you know?
Emotional because Kanye won't leave Kim alone.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Ray J I just read an article. He finally spoke out about what happened and stuff. And he said that the release of the sex tape was organized like an album release. And her mother was behind it.
I believe it.
Yeah, her and her mother were organizing it. And it was like sitting at a table with businessmen in suits and looking at charts and looking at it was like, it was that. And it was, so her mom, all I'm saying is,
Fucking crazy.
You know, how you can't just pick one thing and then just become super emotional about it, I guess.
Yeah.
And you gotta see, like, why are they famous?
Everything.
Yeah. Why are they there to begin with? Why are we watching it to begin with? And it's because somebody's mother sold their daughter's body.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I actually genuinely feel bad for Kanye.
Really?
That sounds crazy, maybe. But I don't know. Like, he just wants his family back together, you know? And she moved on so fast and is just posting with him.
Yeah.
And he's going to be around his kids. I would be fucking going crazy too. I'm crazy bitch.
It's Pete. He has a funny joke about how like Kanye said that he has AIDS. And he went to the doctor and it's like, hey, Kanye told me I have AIDS. And then the doctor's like, you don't have AIDS. You just look like you have AIDS. But it was funny.
It.
He had a funny bit about it, and then he was talking to, his bit was partly like him asking his famous buddies like, yeah, what do I do? This Kanye's like fucking hounding me, and then everybody, didn't matter their age, didn't matter how famous they were, they're all like, I don't know, dude. Like, I have no idea what you do.
Oh my god, that is something else.
Kanye's a soldier of God.
I literally tell people all the time, I'm like, you should be grateful for how functional I am. I could literally be acting like Kanye, and I have a little bit before, but like, I'm pretty functional.
Right.
To know better than to keep my stuff off the internet and public for people to see.
Yeah.
Sucks for him.
Give it a bunch of fame and money. Anybody can end up like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you became super famous and then got all this money and all this notoriety, and you fast forward 20 years, you create a successful fashion line, you're sitting on $1 billion, and you've been famous for 20 years. I mean, it's reasonable behavior.
You think about it.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's reasonable.
It actually makes sense.
Right. So.
Why isn't anyone stopping him? Did he just like fire?
Who's gonna stop him?
Everyone?
Yeah, they know that he will if they try.
No one stops this man.
No, and I hope they don't. It's fucking hilarious.
That is really entertaining. I'm thoroughly entertained.
Right, and that's all you want.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the marriage thing. 3 months isn't enough time.
That's like honeymoon phase.
Yeah,
Still going.
Still, yeah, and she didn't show any of this weird stuff and this easily triggered becoming emotional stuff in the beginning at all. I'm sure it was happening, but she controlled it.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't let it surface.
Never let your true color show.
Yeah. I'm sure if I looked into her eyes while I was doing it, I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't surface any of it.
Yeah.
So now it's too late.
And there was a previous girl. I was there for a long time. I was confused about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then a different one like that.
Worse looking, worse
Mary.
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I say that?
Yeah, I mean, you're just agreeing with me.
Yeah.
So I'm the bad guy.
But
everybody thinks that.
Speaking for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did that happen?
He was gonna marry this other girl, blonde hair, blue eyes. Cute, conventionally cute girl. He was gonna propose to her, and he said that it didn't feel right. He was looking at the rings, and it didn't. The feeling wasn't there, and then she was basically giving him the ultimatum, like, you need to fucking marry me, or it's over. Like, I'm not gonna continue. It's like 2-3 years in. I'm not gonna keep doing this unless you can decide that you want this forever. And he didn't decide that, and that's it.
I'd feel like shit if I was her right now.
Yeah, like, you need to either choose me for life or leave, and then the guy decides to leave
And moves on. And
Yeah.
marries
someone in 3 months.
her real easy. No ultimatum, nothing. Damn.
Real easy. And he brought up. I brought up. I forgot how I said it. I wish I could remember it. But I was like, "Yo, so what happens if after you guys gets married and you just like watch the football game and just pass out and don't fuck her?" Basically, essentially was my question.
Yeah.
He said that she would fucking kill him.
What?
Murder.
What?
So I think that just being horny and not being able to fuck like can push you to that. You're
That's
not thinking clearly.
Yeah.
Right? Am I
Yeah.
wrong? No, right?
Nah, your hormones are all crazy.
Yeah,
and
that shit is crazy. And you're like, it's like being drunk,
Yeah.
right? You're not yourself.
You're different.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to sober up. It can't be murder,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because then once you guys do that and kind of figure out that it's like, it's cool. Sex is cool, but it's like 15 minutes. And then you have to deal with the human being has to be.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the time is like just being in this fucking box with this person.
Yeah.
And that has to be good too.
Yeah.
Right?
At the same time.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I just come from a really
No.
different world.
Yeah.
You know? This is foreign to me. All this stuff.
Yeah.
This is not how other people live in most of the country.
Yeah. It's basically how I was raised to think, and
Yeah.
it's weird. It's very weird.
And as a balance too, because you don't want to be sexually promiscuous, because that also leads to a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
STDs, pregnancies.
Babies.
Yeah, babies, even worse than STDs.
Even worse.
I'd rather have fucking AIDS than a baby right now.
Yeah, fuck that. I can't afford a baby. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
In
but
this day and age.
yeah, you just gotta, I guess you just have to be careful.
Yeah.
But you can't be too careful because then you're going to end up like fucking 30 and alone in a fucking trailer park. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what. Some people get really lucky.
I know. That's the thing.
God, so much luck involved, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's luck. It's so much luck.
Just if you get to find the right one first.
Yeah.
If you get the good one first.
If you think about it mathematically, you could only cross paths and meet X amount of people out of the entire population, or out of all the potential people you can meet. You're only going to come across these people.
Mm-hmm.
And out of these people, how much of them are suitable as a life partner? And sometimes it's none.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Everyone I've ever fucking met. Big fat no.
Yeah. So I don't know. So much of it is luck, and then just making it work. But there has to be something there
Mm-hmm.
to
Connection.
begin with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Common ground. And
I don't know how people find a connection. The last time I found a connection, I was in high school, so I don't know.
yeah. It's been like almost 6 years for me. I've been on and off with this girl. I haven't really found any real connection outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been almost 6 years for me that I've found a real connection outside of this girl that I see, I guess. So
That's just how it is.
that's just how it is. And it's better statistically. It's also, you're much more likely to have something everlasting the earlier you can get in,
Gotcha. Yeah.
because you're each side is forming each other. You guys aren't fully made yet.
Yeah.
I'm fully made.
Yeah.
So a girl coming into my life and like dictating me or kind of get me to change on any level that's deeper than surface, it's not gonna fucking work. Probably.
You're done.
I'm
You're
done.
stuck.
I am what I am
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's only gonna get worse. It's like, think about, like, say Alma, your father and your mother break up. Is anybody jumping in with Lance and changing him?
Yeah, no.
No.
All right.
Yeah. So it only gets worse the older you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's how I think about it. I'm like, I don't want to get too old. It's so old where it's like no one interests me anymore. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I don't know that spark outside of a teenager's head. So.
Right. But you're good. You're 21 now?
20.
You're 20, so you have like a solid 5. You have a solid 6, I would say, of just taking on interviews.
Yeah, potential.
Right, taking interviews. 6 years, which is, it's enough.
Took a
You're going to
long
be
time.
completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I mean, people do, especially out here. It's a different culture.
Yeah, seriously.
Gilbert, Mesa, Arizona area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you might fuck around and end up with a Mormon.
Don't say that.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Why? Because they're originally a sex cult out of Utah.
Yeah.
Is it because their origins is a sex cult?
It's because they're white as fuck.
And they're white as fuck. A white sex cult out of Utah.
If they were brown.
You could accept it.
Accept the
Really?
the cult. I don't know. I don't really want to wear like garments the rest of my life. Not drink or smoke the rest of my life. That's pretty lame.
I mean, there's Mormons that drinking.
That's what I would do.
Okay, yeah, right. Show up on Sunday, smile,
I wouldn't even do that.
be in the right clothes.
I wouldn't even show up. I don't show up now.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is you have to give them 10% of your money.
Yeah, I don't do that either. I wouldn't do it, so.
And when are you expected to start giving the Mormon Church 10% of all of your money?
Really, when you start making income, like children aren't really expected to. So I don't know.
So as soon as you get a job?
Yeah.
It's not really
guess.
set. There isn't something there. It's like, okay, Becca, you're working a full-time job now. You paying
You have
tidings?
to. Yeah, no.
No, that's
It's
not
like,
a thing.
yeah, even children can if they want to, but they don't have to. But yeah, there's no really age for it.
And you wouldn't want to raise a children in the church, would you?
No, I don't like the culture, but I really do want them to know the scriptures and the Bible. Shit.
Yeah. Well. Sick. That was this episode of Freak Show. Thank you.
Peace out.
Later.
Deuces.